A lot of women are trained to be polite, to be nice, to shrink themselves, to play small, to not be too much, to not demand a lot, because that's the woman thing to do. But I don't think that a lot of women have actually realized how much that mindset has cost them. And so many women have been robbed of this very part of themselves. And it's the reason why their bank account, their lifestyle, their relationships look the way that they look right now. And if you're a woman watching this, I want you to pay very close attention. Think about your dream life. The business, the brand, the 7-figure income. There is something that you have to give up in order to get this. And it's the very thing that you've been afraid to do your entire life. I'll give you an example. So you know how as a woman, right, you want to look good. Maybe you want to dress up. You want to just feel confident about yourself. Have you ever tried to put on a cute outfit and maybe even wear some heels? And someone says, where are you going all dressed up? Who are you trying to look good for? Who are you trying to impress? And the moment you hear that very statement, what happens? You shrink. You get small. You feel attacked. So then what? You never do it again. But guess what also happens? You do the same thing in your career. You just accept what's given to you. You don't ask for much. So then you see someone else get the raise. You see someone else get the promotion. They're not even as good as you. You worked harder than them. Then it shows up in your relationships. You know, it's good enough. I'll take it. But then you see women get their dream lives, dream relationships, the gifts, the princess treatment on social media. And you're like, why don't I have that? Because you were never taught to demand more. And that's a silent cost that's been put on your life. So I want to tell you a story. Before I had the brand, before I had the audience of hundreds of thousands of women online, before I had the 5-figure months, before I had my luxury car, my Porsche that I just bought in my 20s, my dream car, I was a girl who was incredibly terrified of not fitting in. Standing out was like a crime. Eldest daughter, immigrant household. And what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do everything right. Be perfect, get the good grades, don't do too much, don't be too loud. Listen, be polite, manners, respect your elders, do all the right things. And that's exactly what I did my entire childhood. But then something happened when I got older. I knew that I didn't want an average life. I wanted success at an early age. I wanted influence. I wanted income from doing what I love, not from working a job that I hated. And trust me, I worked a lot of jobs that I hated. So I knew that something has to change if I really want this life. I can't be average. I can't fit in. So here I was, having this intense internal conflict with myself, this inner voice that was constantly telling myself to dim my light, to not do too much, don't overstep. And you know what it did? It held me back for years. I was so afraid to go for what I actually wanted until the pain got too severe. And I realized I will never get the life that I want if I continue to fit in. So what did I do? I did the thing that everyone is so afraid to do. I became unapologetic, audacious, bold, and I went for what I wanted like my life depended on it. And guess what? The first time I actually built up the courage to say the unpopular opinion was my most viral video. That video alone got me almost 10,000 followers. Then what? My wardrobe. I said, you know what? I am the kind of woman where I want to be known for looking good. I want it to be known for being polished, as I say all the time, being put together and putting effort into my looks. But then I was faced with the questions, where are you going? Why are you so dressed up? Who are you trying to impress? It's just a lunch. Why are you wearing heels all the time? And every single comment was like a small but mighty stab to my inner confidence. But still, I kept going because I realized that I'm not trying to be liked. I'm building a legacy. And people that build legacies don't care or don't bother to be liked. So that's what I did. I kept showing up. I kept looking good, looking put together, looking polished. And eventually it paid off. But then I had many setbacks. Family members telling me, this is unrealistic. What do you expect of people to do for you in relationships? Why do you expect so much at a young age? Why do you want to be so successful? This is not how life works. You get a job, you work really hard at it, you climb the corporate ladder, and then whenever you're older and you're more sustainable and you're more secure and established, then you can enjoy your life. Then you can buy the nice things. Then you can have the life that you want. And that just never, ever, ever sat right with me. But that's a life that 99% of women are living today. The stories that were told to them by the people before them. Just do the right things and then eventually it'll pay off. But then we see that it never paid off for them. Decades have passed and they're still stuck. They're still shrinking. They're still looking for approval in everything that they do. Instead of it being from their parents, now it's their boss. Now it's their romantic partners. You've been living your whole life like a muted version of yourself. For what? For some approval, for a pat on the back, for someone to like you, and then you don't live the life that you actually like. So now you're liked by people, but you hate your life. How many women are going to continue to go through this? How much longer are you going to continue to live this type of life for yourself? How much longer will you tolerate it? I could go on and on and on with all the stories that I've experienced myself, where I've tried to fit in, where I've been told that I was too much, I was too high maintenance, I had too much expensive taste, I was not ever gonna fit in good. You were never made to fit in. This is your moment to be the most confident, audacious, feminine, successful, irresistible version of yourself that you've ever been in your entire life. There's something in you that's still shrinking. And whatever it is, I need you to stop. I need you to say yes to the woman on the other end of your vision board. And the first step, you can't fit in. You can't play small. You can't pretend like you want this life, but your actions aren't showing it. You're constantly doing things for people's approval. You're a people pleaser. You don't want to be mean so that you literally avoid everything that could bring you success. You can't even build a brand or influence because you're so afraid of what they think about you. This stops today. There's a woman watching this right now, and I know that you're almost to tears because you know that this is true. So if you do nothing else today, start with this. Look around at your life, your bank account, your lifestyle, your friendships, your relationships, your career, and ask yourself, have I been shrinking, playing small, dimming myself? And if the answer is yes, you got some work to do. But of course, you're never alone. So if you want help, go to the link in my description. We're going to upgrade your life together. I don't care if it takes days, weeks, months. You're not going to be the same woman that you are today a year from now. I promise you that.